Hello everyone, these are 7 fragrances that perfectly embody the femme fatale aesthetic and happen to be perfect for winter as well. I don't know about you, but this winter I want to embody the femme fatale, and these are the fragrances that will help me do that. Some of these you might have already seen on my channel, others are newer to my collection, but regardless, these are some beautiful fragrances. When I was picking out these perfumes, I was thinking Bond girl aesthetic. Bond girl aesthetic. I was thinking kind of Eva Green Bond girl aesthetic when I was picking these out. So keep that in mind. That's the aesthetic that I'm going for when I'm presenting this to you. This video was created because I did ask you guys in my community tab if you wanted to see dark academia perfumes or femme fatale perfumes, and it was close, but as of me filming this right now, the majority does want femme fatale fragrances. I will happily do a dark academia version of this video because I feel like that will be a totally different theme or totally different selection of fragrances, and both themes I think really embody the winter time. Like, these are the aesthetics that we should be going for in the winter, in my opinion. Unique, special. Yes, I love gourmands. I've talked about gourmands so much, but right now I want to go for something a little bit different. But gourmands will be back, rest assured. I always talk about gourmands anyway. I just wanted to do something a little bit different today. So with that being said, if this is your first time watching my channel, hello, my name is Anya. I love fragrances. I talk about them here 5 times a week, Monday through Friday. I also do additional content on TikTok and Instagram under the username ANECHKAFRAGRANCES, and I have a podcast called The Fragrance Report, where you can discover more about fragrances and learn about new topics that I don't mention on here. So, with that being said, let's get right on into this. First up, I have a fragrance by J.U.S. This is Cism. I don't know how to pronounce this. I'm so sorry, but this is a leather forward fragrance by J.U.S. The bottle is so unique looking and beautiful. I love it. But the fragrance itself is actually a leather fragrance with violet leaves. I think there's iris in here as well. Let me look it up. So, okay, there's violet leaves, leather, iris, musk, hedoine, and amber extreme, which I do think helps with the sillage. This ends up being kind of like a fresh version of a leather fragrance. You smell a lot of leather here, but it's kind of like it's giving leather jacket, kind of dark feminine. At least that's what I get with this. And I think it's giving dark feminine to me because this actually does lean quite unisex. And there's something about kind of unisex fragrances when you apply them to people who are more traditionally feminine. I think that's really interesting and kind of, different and very exciting when you have a woman wearing a unisex or even masculine perfume. I think there's something to that, and that's what I think this fragrance is. It's very unisex, and I do think it absolutely is giving kind of like Bond girl, edgy, you know, womanly aesthetic. I really like this. It's giving dark feminine in my opinion. I mean, it's leather, so I mean, how dark feminine can you get? Yeah, it's really beautiful. The longevity on this is really good. The sillage is excellent. This is a good winter scent in my personal opinion. The thing about being dark feminine is that you're wearing these fragrances and you're not necessarily going to be wearing them with the intention of attracting anyone. To me, being in your dark feminine energy is like being in your black cat energy. If someone is drawn to you, so be it, but you are very much in your own confidence. You are comfortable in your own skin, and that's what these fragrances are meant to embody. Next, this is actually one that plays around with notes like cherry and raspberry, but what I like about this, the twist here, is that it actually also does feature red wine as a fragrance note. This is Bloody Wood by Liquide Imaginaire. This is one of those fragrances that should be worn by a woman who just is so nonchalant. This is like the ultimate black cat energy fragrance because it does feature kind of like the sparkling dessert wine style wine note, and you do have those fruity notes as well, but it's a very woody base. And there's also rose and violet. I love this fragrance. If you're looking for something very unique and very kind of witchy almost, like black cat energy. This is really good. Definitely get yourself a decant. Try this fragrance out. It's absolutely stunning. If you haven't heard of this, this is from the French brand Liquide Imaginaire. They're inspired by alchemy when they create their perfumes, and that's why it looks like this, but this is bloody wood. Next up is Saul G by Experimental Perfume Club. I love this fragrance. This is like suede, but spicy and musky and so beautiful. Like so beautiful. It's a very complex perfume, so I'm gonna pull up the notes so I can give you the full picture. But this has notes of cardamom, oak moss, sandalwood, ginger, turmeric, cinnamon, ambroxan, tobacco, leather, musk, vetiver, and pink pepper. Yes, it has leather, but to me, I interpret it more as like a suede-like leather. And you get the soft spiciness with those other fragrance notes, but this is such a beautiful perfume, and the sillage on this is insane. Yeah, this is amazing. Again, we're playing with that kind of like unisex theme here. I do think this is a very much unisex perfume. I think of this as a fragrance to be worn by someone who is effortlessly glamorous without intending to be so. Keyword effortless. This is supposed to be the kind of perfume that exudes confidence and exudes self assurance, maybe a bit of edginess. The ultimate Bond girl, Femme Fatale. This is beautiful. This is beautiful, and to be honest, it's very unique smelling. I've never smelled anything like this. It's like bright with a pink pepper. It has a tremendous sillage with the ambroxan. It's a touch animalic, but in a very elegant way with that leather. I love it. I love it. It's really, really good in my opinion. Saul G by Experimental Perfume Club. They did give this to me, and I do have a code available with them as well, Anya 10, if you want to get yourself a discovery set. Try this fragrance out. They do have travel sizes available if you want to sample, but I love this. This is so good. Okay, so next up is an oldie but a goodie. This is amazing. I was thinking Femme Fatale. I was like, you know what? Let's get this. When I think of Femme Fatale, sometimes I often think about a woman with like curled hair, red lipstick, a black dress, just living life. And this is the fragrance that she would wear. This is Navus Venom of Love. This is a romantic fragrance in the sense you have a very kind of like prominent chocolate covered cherry vibe. This is beautiful. This is beautiful, juicy cherry with chocolate. Stunning. This has been around for a few years now, but it still holds true. It is so good. Um, One of my favorite Navus fragrances that I've ever tried. This is stunning. So good. And it's a powerhouse too. It's great for winter. It lasts as much as you want it to. Beautiful coziness for the winter time. I love this. This is amazing. Venom of Love by Navus. So many fragrances, so little time. So when I was initially looking to gather fragrances for this video, I was actually looking for my decant of Glamour by M. Micallef because I think that would perfectly fit in with this video. But I'm terrible at organizing my decants. I don't know where it went. I don't know where my decant went. It's somewhere, don't know where it is. I'm actually in the process of moving, so I'm hoping to have a really good fragrance setup in my new place because I'll be able to really organize things effectively. And right now I just have everything stuffed everywhere and it's just not great. But this is kind of similar to Emmy Micallef's Glamour, but more soapy. I'm of course referring to Alien by Mugler. This is like a soapy jasmine that has an ambery base, but it pretty much fits the bill. It's a good alternative. This fragrance takes me back. It's like your indolic jasmine, but there's a bit of soapiness to it. This was like my signature scent a few years ago, and I love it. I love it so much. I don't wear it that much anymore, but I can't really do a video on a femme fatale set of fragrances without talking about Alien. So here's Alien by Mugler. Okie dokie. So next up, I have Nirvana Rose by Elizabeth and James. This is giving Glamour Girl, Femme Fatale. This bottle is literally shaped like a cigarette case. So how more Femme Fatale can you get? This also does have a beautiful kind of incensey rose with vetiver and geranium. It's giving Parisian Bond Girl Femme Fatale. There you go. It's stunning. Very beautiful. This has been discontinued, but you can still get it on like FragranceNet. Highly recommend it if you love edgy perfumes that are a little bit more special. This is beautiful. Okay, so next I have Roos and Roos Song for a Queen. Not only is the name fitting the aesthetic of this video, but this fragrance is a beautiful white floral with orange blossom and a dry vanilla in the base. The longevity and sillage is also gorgeous with this. This is giving like 1950s, 1960s femme fatale, but with a modern twist. I really love this a lot. I did receive this bottle in PR, but I really have been enjoying it so far. It has pretty good longevity, and it's a beautiful white floral for the wintertime. So with that being said, those are all the fragrances I wanted to talk about today. This was a little bit more of a fun video. Let me know if you want me to do more themed videos like this in the future. But yeah, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!